Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning into another Supatease video. And with this one, there have been a lot of sweeping changes in PvP. Possibly time to take into considerations changing your main specialization or picking up a new alt. I will have a link to that video with all of those specific changes at the end of this one. In this video, I'm just going to be covering the specializations that I've currently been playing and going through my vaults and hopefully getting a little bit lucky here with their gear, as some of them are very close to full gear. The first specialization that I'm going to be checking out has been the Balanced Druid, and I've actually been really enjoying Balanced Druid. It has a lot of Covenant flexibility. I've played Night Fae, I've played Kyrian, I've played Necro Lord. I can switch up my playstyle between burst and dot damage, so it has a lot of versatility. It has a lot of comp options. You're not a Destro Lock, you're not a Frost Mage, but if you polish your skills at it, you can definitely have a really good time at it and a completely unique playstyle. For my Balanced Druid, what I'm hoping to get from the vault here is, some tier pieces at a higher item level so I can save my conquest for something else, or maybe even just pick up sockets from the vault. At this point, looks like this is going to be a socket week, as none of this is useful to me, but sockets aren't the end of the world since they changed the conquest increased every week. I think it's like 1100 now. That means that you're going to get pretty much full gear almost at any time, so this is a great time to come back to the game, as my Druid this week is probably going to finish buying their set bonuses at max item level this week, and they're going to be very close to getting to full gear. So I'm not super disappointed, honestly, getting a socket on my Druid, but some other specializations that I have been playing. Moving on to my Warlock. Destruction Warlock is somehow a specialization, has dodged all of the nerfs. I've still been playing Demonology when I have been queuing this Warlock, but my intentions are to go Destruction. Destruction is just superior to Demonology. It feels really good. It's super powerful at the moment. If you're really like on the fence and not sure what to play, and you got a Destro Warlock lined up against other specs, you probably want to go with the Destruction Warlock. This is the first time it's been this strong since like Corruption in Battle for Azeroth, with how much damage you can get out with the double instant Chaos Bolts and the Chaos Bolt stuns. So in this character, I'm really hoping for a tier set bonus, so I can save myself some time upgrading on Honor gear. Does not look like I'm going to be graced with this. However, I think the stat allocation for Destro is different, so I'm going to probably come back to this vault after I've gone back and looked at what I'm supposed to be wearing. If I'm supposed to be wearing haste verse or crit verse, because I know they scale off of crit. My imagination is that you'd probably still wear haste, just so that you're getting your casts off faster and you're going to deal with less disruption. But Warlock is able to really exploit that new trinket, the Gladiator's Echoing Resolve, and you're definitely going to want to get your hands on one of those if you are playing it. It's definitely a good time. And honestly, if you want to flex between the other specs for a different kind of playstyle, more utility, control, and lockdown, and big burst Demonology, still I'm getting like 30k, 40k Demon Bolts. Those aren't the 80k, but they're still decently high. Or completely go to the other side of the spectrum for Affliction. You got some flexibility on Warlock if you want to move around on it. So it's definitely a good class pickup right now in my mind. And we're at the point now where you can pretty much catch up on all of your gear and have all of your set bonuses right away. I think with next week, you'll be able to get all four just from the Creation Catalyst alone, and you'll probably have enough conquest to get it. So if you're really considering it, definitely give it a go. Now we're logging onto my Paladin. I have been playing Holy on Paladin, and Holy got a lot better with this recent change, with Flash of Light and Holy Light getting significant buffs. The trade-off that you're going to be controlled by fear a bit more, but really I don't think it's that big of a deal for Holy Paladin. What they were really struggling with was their throughput healing. So having Flash of Light and Holy Light be buffed means their throughput's going to be a lot more consistent in between their Light of Dawn windows on their Vanquisher's Hammer or their Divine Toll windows, if you're running a Kyrian Paladin. So specifically, I am looking for some set bonuses here. Doesn't look like I'm going to be landing on any, unfortunately, and I'm landing on some pretty bad stats. This is really not a great vault for my Paladin. Probably going to work towards the socket with this week's pick. Unfortunately, I do not want to trade the crit for haste, and I do not want to trade this chest piece just because I already have a chest piece that's converting into tier. So we're going to have to go with the socket on my Paladin. Not super lucky on this one. But again, with Paladin, the other fortunate part of it is that ret is actually still really good. Despite Mage Lock being tough for it, I do see a lot of ret still crushing it with the same amount of damage that they were bringing from the last patch. So if you want to flex between DPS and healer and be able to always find groups, Holy Paladin is going to be a good pick, or Paladin's going to be a good pick in general. Another class that I've been spending a lot of time with here, the Enhancement Shaman. Really love my Enhancement Shaman right now with the disruption and support and damage you can get out, all the unique builds that you can get in this patch. It's super enjoyable. And I'm really hoping to get this guy geared up because I only started gearing him maybe last week, maybe the week before that. So he's still substantially far behind, but I've been having a lot of creative fun just coming up with unique compositions with the Enhancement Shaman. And is this going to be the week? Okay, I mean, I already have a neck, and that's bad stats, and I don't want a Relentless Trinket. This is not my Shaman's week, but a socket will have to do for now. And because I love it so much, I'm probably just going to keep capping its conquest and keep trying to gear it that way, converting over some tier pieces again for this character, and then jumping onto it right away. And here, I started a Mage. I wanted to give it a go. Frost Mage somehow dodged all the nerfs as well, so it's in a really strong position with Deathborn and Icy Veins, and Ice Wall is a super unique tool for it, specifically in PvP to line of sight enemy attackers. And I've actually really been enjoying it. Trying to figure out how to line up your cooldowns together with cooldown reduction and things like that. You can get your Icy Veins pretty frequently and toss out a bunch of damage. I've been pretty under geared on this Mage because I literally just started playing it. But even with low gear, you can still stand a bit of a chance just because you have so much crowd control. You can just lob out at your enemies. This honestly isn't that bad of an item. I didn't really end up getting any rating. I just tried to get a vault on this character so that I could save myself some conquest, as I'm going to be catching up from 0. And I had some friends helping me in some RBGs with that. So I will take the shoulders. I will be happy with that. And I'm currently doing the 2400 challenge, which is to get 2400 arena rating on every class. So at the moment, Mage is kind of one of the ones that's lined up next. And finally, the next character that I've been playing frequently and capping is my Fury Warrior. And I feel like this spec, I'm just waiting to finally have my 4-piece bonus. I think this is the day. For my Fury Warrior. This warrior started off getting a one-handed weapon from the vault because I was stupid and didn't change my loot spec to arms. And I was really sad about that. But I think finally this is the week where I think I can craft the set bonuses even if I don't get it. I'm pretty sure, but if I get it, then I can just save myself the Cosmic Flux, but it's not really that big of a deal. I'm pretty sure this is the week that I get my 4-piece, and every week that I've been getting stronger on my warrior, I'm like, yes, okay, this is feeling more like Fury is supposed to feel like. I'm really going to like this. This is exactly what we need to have happen. I'm really excited to try this once I have full gear. Like, I'm already out damaging people. I don't even have my set bonuses. Like, I'm going to go crazy on this spec, and it's a super smooth, feels good specialization. Pretty smooth, just stay on one target, pump out as much damage as you can, keeping your slaughterhouse stacked up to 8. Really good momentum building spec, definitely worth checking out right now. Unfortunately, Prot Warrior did get nerfed recently, so if you're looking to try some Mimi build with that, you're probably not going to be able to. Looks like I'm not rolling a tier piece. Am I at least rolling an upgrade on something? No, it doesn't look like it. So I'll probably go for a socket, and I'm like 99% sure I can craft my tier anyways. Fury Warrior is really tier dependent. I should put that up as a caveat, as well as Destruction Warlock, which is why I'm recommending kind of this week and next week would be a good time to start thinking about making a new character, because you can craft those 4-set bonuses, have all that gear ready to go, and then start smashing people, because those are the specs that kind of still flying under the radar as far as nerfs, and in a great position, still with some flexible options as well to switch specs. Fury Warrior probably the least flexible. Warrior, this is maybe the first time in the entire expansion where it's not in the most fantastic of a spot, but it's definitely still a lot of fun and competitive. But other than that, that's it for my video. Those are the specializations that I've been playing and covering. And again, if you want to see those changes specifically, I will have that video linked here at the end. And other than that, thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.